Today, Monday, the 14th day of September 2020. Before we left here on Saturday, we be asked a question. And the question we ask today, Monday, we don't get an answer. But however, not to the answer that we can deal with today. Rather, with topic for today, we find out, say, the ministers them within this administration, no one look for the adhere where parliament can summon them for make them go there for go explain things them. We know say, we the people of Sierra Leone, we vote for we parliamentarians them, we go represent we na parliament so that they go able for ask the executive questions them taken to the list man. And as show back, the parliament then gets power for make laws them, way for make me and you as Sierra Leoneans them better na the country. We get also as Sierra Leoneans them the right where we can always use for vote in with president for the country. The president in turn can look for the ministers there, can look for people who are in party, can look for people who way he feels say able for make then go help them for deliver and promise them where he cannot make to we. Now so the minister then can take come inside. However, we find out say this Bentham there is a disconnect between the ministers them and Parliament. Because whenever Parliament can tell the minister, say, una come one see una, the minister can do some cock shoulder business and try for ignore Parliament. Now that one day we deal with today. But since we be asked a question and we question get an answer, at least the answer, they no go say people they not talk about them. We don't see the answer. We be asked a question. We don't see the answer. But mind you, please, not to the answer they we deal with today. But we just want for focus on Parliament and the ministers them. Because on Saturday, we ask questions, say, dear, where we President Julius Maada Bio. Today, the First Lady give you the answer. He say, make we know say, then they are by blows, then they enjoy honeymoon. He said the honeymoon mood don't be activated. We make people and they ask, say, wait to, we other country then they say how then they try for bring the economy together. Now we own president in the take honeymoon. Is this the right time? That's what people and they ask. But again, not to that they can deal with that. But why you people then they ask Stanley, he make a member because today we send go na market, the camera go work a day. And we'll find out say pepper don't turn hot commodity, just like how it hot. And so you don't turn that commodity in a salon. You get one where then they sell up to 5,000-7,000 for cup pepper. Na salon. So the camera go work, we go find out. If you subscribe to our channel, definitely you go see him. But please, where they call, not to the president, you can talk about today. Will they keep will they find out more? Where we get everything set. Trust me, where they can lay on a table. But before we can dig deep between Parliament, where the corruption perception reports tell we say that the second most corrupt institution at Salon and the ministers them. Make we see first what's in the COVID-19 update look like. You know, so we'll not be there yesterday. But let's just look quick. Yesterday, na be 13 new cases. Yes, 13 new cases. And na be 514 samples them, now in the lab them be analyzed. 514. And that 14 day, Western area urban 9, Western area rural 4. Western area urban 9, Western area rural 4. That's be yesterday 13. Make we count to today, the 14th day of September 2020. Now so the numbers then look like 64. 64 tests and they analyze. You go wonder, say, wait, yesterday, not say over 500. Why 64 today, yes? Then say, make you not forget, say, then say, for a mortal man. So then can try for recalibrate themselves. So today, now you no more, now in sending results. So all the other labs them across the country not be able for sending the results. So trust tomorrow we're going to have a very high number of tests conducted because we can do all the one they will not send today, then go add their own part tomorrow. But today, now 64 tests and then conducted. And out of that 64, 2 turn out for be positive. The 2, Western area urban, Western area rural. They all give 1-1. I don't tell you lately, say, we suicide free tongue, don't they pull chest by this COVID-19 back again. But to make we not forget, say, then get waiting, then can say, big idea for the week. We go candy. Make we just give the other numbers them for today. The cumulative confirmed case now don't reach 2,111. 2,111. The total number of death, 72. For the past 24 hours, nobody no lost in life to COVID-19. The active cases, the isolation center, 403. So it don't go up? 403. The cumulative number, the 1,636, because for the past 24 hours, nobody no recover from COVID-19. The one that were there in quarantine are 200. The one that were on discharge from quarantine are 11,059. Make we look within the big idea of the week look like. I say the big idea of the week now from the 14th day of September to the 19th. They say support woman and girl picking go able make the community team up triangle one. Support woman and girl picking go able make the community team up triangle one. They say coronavirus don't add stress to many of we lives them. And say we don't overcome difficult times than before. And we go still go through this one way they before we saw. And say families and community leaders then get the responsibility for prevent child marriage and protect girls and then future for go school, for pursue their career and also for choose whose time they want forget family. And say papa, mama, woman, man, then get very important role for encourage girl picking for focus on their dream and then goal. And also then for talk to boy picking them and girl picking them about how teenage pregnancy can be harmful and make life more difficult, especially for young mama and their family and the picking where they go born. So they say because of this, for support girl picking them, for achieve their dream and thrive benefits, and this dream here go help for benefits the communities and encourage other girl picking and boy picking, woman and man for do the same. They say man and boy picking can live by example by publicly supporting woman and girl picking, by way they go listen to them and treat them with respect and stepping into prevent and by way they go also step up or prevent or stop violence by other man or boy picking them we go and do to woman or girl picking them. Now this is not the big idea for the week. Say, if you support girl, pikin, and woman, it go help the community for team up Tranga 1. And the big idea that one day. A question was asked today on NACOVAC here. What's in be this question? They say they pull somebody over na salon. You know, say now NACOVAC then busy. I think I get for make the camera work out the team where they go and find people them, now then shop them. They are on it better one right now. The 500,000 we then go and find a shop. They say there is a shop now Lumley where they find the man yesterday. Then today back then go there, they don't find him back. Another person say they find and say the hand sanitizer I get, you know, get bucket for me then wash the hand. And they find all kind way now. But NACOVAC say they want the people them make them know say they know they find you saying that the money they want to, but now for make you go your reward. Somebody will get shop within a NACOVAC say they beg and say if they find the shop owner, then for find the person back where the worker go inside. But if you read the laws that in there will be that enhancement, it was there. Say you search for the meat inside the shop. We not wear the face mask, then go find yourself. But they nearly do them. So a shop owner inside say they find them, but the big say how then they find them we get in shop, make them find the people who they go by. He say because waiting do, then he try for talk to the people and when they go by, but he himself still want that person their money. So if you say if he left the person for go, then the person will go to the next shop. He go to the next shop. So then they say make them find the person who go inside for go by. We no wear face mask. Then find himself the 500,000. Then they find the shop owner back 500,000. But NACOVAC say no to the money they want to. But they want to make people a reward. An interesting one come up. They say a couple be then at their private vehicle. Then they stop the couple. Then say why make the Oltuno wear face mask inside the car. Then the couple was like, okay, that's my wife. So I don't think say I for wear face mask, me and my wife. Now who no more inside the motorcar. And now me in the house. So how now go can't tell we say for wear face mask. Then we end up getting tickets. So the question they asked NACOVAC say, then people are then be outraged say, then they are their house, they don't need face mask na house within the inside there, but when they come now then two no more inside the young car, then can't get them ticket because they say they no wear face mask. NACOVAC say, as long as not to you one day inside the motorcar, I like na you wife, I like na you pikin, I like who that the person be. As long as not to one person. One person, since now you can get away with it without wearing face mask. But as long as now two people in they say they're not able to determine who than a wife, who than a girlfriend, who than not a wife, who than a boyfriend, they're not able to begin to ask for waiting Andy. So because of that, you for wear face mask. And I was wondering to that. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Yeah? Because some of we know say the cars they're waiting now, then get climate control. Yeah? Let me say, I dey inside my car, my AC dey on, my glass all day up, then I put my climate control, we mean say, whatever is inside, now in the circulate, nothing comes from outside and come inside. I will maintain waiting I get inside the car. And me wife the inside. Yeah? So you send me back for wear face mask? I don't know. But again, this is what we're saying. Now the laws not alone. Now so they say. So if you go there, because this particular person, I think they say that somebody will be come out from the diaspora, and the person was not happy for that. The person not happy for that. But NACO vaccine are the law. So now make they tell we now. You don't see we plenty of we they think if we really ready for go salon. Because this time you don't put me AC, I don't put me climate control. Everything is good in my car with my me and the person come on and me also did it not to lift a give person. But then say they're not able to determine that. They're not able to determine that. So these are some of the things they bring to we knowledge now. Waiting the happiness alone. Because we see lately the numbers then they rise. And definitely lately the fines them, then they say they give somebody fine, they say, you know what thing? Me if not that's ever the car lock shop. And you know what thing will end up happen? As then they give them people their fine and then shop there. Even though they're able to come with things, then we go say, 2 now na the kind side we shop, 3 now na the kind side we shop. They don't want to do it. But at the end of the day, then go begin hike price just now. Then go ask them, then go say, what you do? They say because they can't take money in our hand. That's what then go begin talk. Make we go inside, we program proper for today. As I begin tell we earlier, na the introduction, waiting where they find out on this present administration. I better explain and just now. Say, we the people of Sierra Leone, we choose President Bio for be the president of Sierra Leone. President Bio gets a mandate for deliver, waiting, it become promise we say, in go do, we make the people think say, na in they suppose for gi. So because of that, President Bio get for look for some of him bodies them, or some people them way he feels say they go able for help him for deliver waiting a promise we waiting make we say okay bra do at this time now you the key. Because of that he call them people there say una come una make you can engage together, I make you minister, I make you this, I make you that. What don't know with President Bio? We the people them back, now we elect, we parliamentarians them. Because the common man make it, even though the camera can go back and say, oh, they ask Papa government, Papa president, this and that. They need to listen, no. But now the work of the parliamentarian them, for able for listening to the cry of the people, and able summon some of them people there where the president don't put in charge. So we not able to summon them, say una can't talk to we, but the one that who don't give power say, dear bra, I hand over this power to you. If this man misbehave, call and come, or if they do something we not correct, call and come on behalf of me, can ask and question. Then also there una make laws them, we go make we life them better in this country. We go make we self feel and enjoy Sierra Leone. Now make we get to parliamentarians them. But the problem what they see right now, the ministers them, they feel say them big pass the parliament. The minister, it pleases the president for appoint so and so. A parliamentarian, out of 1 million votes casted, so and so, from so and so constituency, from so and so constituent, for so and so this, from so and so that, ward committee, what not. Now you be the winner. Who that choose? We, the people. Yeah? But lately, we see outside the Minister of Information, he go to Parliament. Then in the recent one, he tell them, say, I'm trying to be the big boy in the room. Somebody say, he said na because na both school. He said na both school slang. Now I make the minister be say na both school meeting then day. Now I make a mistake talk. We see that day how the parliamentarians themselves them furious, they knock table, say order. Then the Honorable Tawa, he come in and address the minister, say, na me the like the speaker, because me the chairman for this committee. And so I think say na me that the big boy. The minister still not surrender, he not left handed. He not left handed. What do you do? He say, well, Tawa na the biggest. Still na big boy. Then we left that one day. We also say the Minister of Lands, Parliament summon him. Himself, the first summon, he no go. Parliament say, people they don't go lay complain. The first summon, he no go there. Pass Parliament through the Attorney General. Now then tell and say, Papa, the Attorney General step in say, hey, Parliament say they want for see you and you need for go day. You need for go there and go answer why they want to see you. Then give them another date. Lo and behold, okay, he began for show up. But the first one, he never showed up. Ukomode, we come to Bank of Salon. The governor, Parliament call him. Himself, he not agree for go. But this trip, he meet up Honorable Tawa. He be done to get the rope where he don't see say no anything. No, we need for begin do something. The bank governor not show up. So Honorable Tawa say no anything. We need for begin show the way I say we now the people elect we. Them now the president now he please where appoints them. But again, remember, after he don't please the president for appoint, now this same parliament, now they approve their appointment here. The same parliament where the ministers then they disrespect so right now then they approve them. I want to make you see something now. Remember, this same parliament, now the people accuse say now the second most corrupt institution in the country. Even though the ministers then they right after the parliamentarians them. The ministers then they third as the most corrupt. So you feel say some of them ministers there for me then get approved. Then can go lobby. So that they no go ask them a question. Now so you feel? So because some of them ministers here no say some backdoor business can play in a parliament, now make you feel say then they disrespect them. It's just a question. It's just a question. No? Because Uda in the right mind go on for challenge parliament. But if now then they approve them, they know what thing then go through before they approve them. Sometimes I made them they behave so to them. Who come to the bank governor? They say they want for share. Himself he ignore, he get them ignore.com. Now Honorable Tawa say, okay, now wait. Now he send it. Where he send it? They say the bank governor no dey. Well, only one day where they meet. The one day where they meet. Until now say the bank governor no dey. The one day where they meet, then gather they all, then go then a parliament. After the bank governor here, he say, they don't gather the one day where they meet you because they don't meet you, sir. And they tell you your face, they beg. And they say they beg. So you can imagine, if they not be gathered then one day, the bank governor, not for be end up, because they end up go na parliament anyway. So you not for be end up go. So who side this disconnect day between Parliament and the ministers here? Who side the disconnect day between the one? Remind you, say the minister then get in chief not to so. Again, I ask, what's in the work of the chief minister? Me have to be like for CSF before Parliament they run out of the minister there. Then they pram the chief for them. Anyone will not show up at the chief minister and for Yagba. So then Yagba, trust me, you go able to make him minister and they on your toes when Parliament needed them. But again, not only now we don't see Usai Parliament they call, okay, the Minister of Information for go explain then end up wangwa. Then before we mara, yep, we see the chairman and all the members them for the transparency and accountability, then resign. Make we go back to the passport. Remember, when they go for that passport, say for increase, where the person were responsible for immigration, it was there. Then call and go to Parliament to go. But how he end up? What they ready for lift the price? They're not good again, no. Did Parliament say anything again? They will be don't cut bongo. Then to go away, tell him and say, next day if you can you not come with paper, you go meet me now. You knock out nothing. With nothing, you knock out. Then to go away all thing. How they end up to go away? Now so we just end up here no more now. Say passports don't go amos. They say waiting because backlog them be there. So if they say then they wait for fix waiting and get for fix. But before that, now so the people they say they want, so make them just go ahead and do a one thing. And that's what they end up doing. Parliament, after that first one day, nothing. So again, yes, sometimes we they see Usai, we go say we get one of the weakest parliament, and some other time we they Usai the one for team up, like say then a concrete. So you feel saying a mixed feeling, well then they try for engage the ministers here, because some can go there at the end of the day, the two that they call them for safe nothing that they come up behind it. Nothing no can come up behind the two then they call it. But then can end up go. So you feel saying I make some man they feel say, we not even need for go yonder again. Because the parliament not gets integrity. Parliaments are the second most corrupt institution, followed by Uda, the minister there. The minister then are the third. So sometimes there sabi something where then they share in common. Now I make them they say le all man de outside day. They say you do una de outside una day, make you save de outside with day. Make you they do with things. Now then they with the learner table today. Outside the disconnect day between the ministers them and the parliament. I just give you some scenarios then I make you understand who side the topic born from. Make a count Usman Tolly, make we hear what thing he gets for we today. Welcome on board, Usman Tolly. You get the platform, sir.
So thank you very much, Triple A, and also I welcome all the viewers then and listeners then to this new week. Indeed, Triple A, you shall break this thing down for we to the simplest term. I really enjoy the way I break this thing down for we. And I will also thank you for giving me the opportunity for can talk about the ministers' the refusal for go adhere to Parliament whenever they call them at parliament for go explain how then they run the ministry then. And I think say one of the most important functions that we parliament they perform. We are the oversight function. And you break it down for we very, very simple. And we see the recent case Usai, the committee were responsible for transparency and accountability. Then summon the bank governor for go explain a lot of things then. And I don't know if you understand them because we then call for make it go explain they run the bank. What he do is send two of the officials then for go deliver documents. So now inside it, then arrest and detain them two officials then they. Because he no go. The excuse we give is say he no be free say they invite him. So if you say no more a document they ask for, now make he send the officials then they for go deliver the document. So eventually he therefore go, and when you go, now you go apologize, say you no be free say then go they no be free say they want time for go. AAA I think say then if they fail for realize say the minister have failed for realize say business is not as usual. They're not used for get away with so many things in that country. They're not been the idea to the process system and procedures. You as a bank governor then call you in a parliament for go explain how they run the bank in our country. One, then we want to know that money we say they give the commercial bank then for let them trust to business system. Yeah, then we want to know how they do them. Then we ask them for let go explain. And then the other thing again, then we want to go explain how the auctioning process of the country in foreign reserve. They will explain. Because that's a very serious case for concern. The country in foreign reserve. Very serious case for concern. So now one of the reasons that we make them in column. But AAA, let's just remind ourselves, say, Parliament, as you say, one of the key responsibility now for ensure, say, they perform the oversight duties. And remember, now this very platform, we discussed them, where Parliament been confirmed last year, and say they not do much of the oversight functions. the very Parliament confessed, now I see, they not do the oversight functions very well. Perhaps, maybe, I make this year, they want to step up the game for make sure, say, they perform the oversight functions. Or maybe could we can argue, say because of the report we come out recently from the perception in terms of corruption, so then things say they get for step up the game so that they will perform the oversight functions effectively. But as I say, it could be an habit again because they're not used to say, but this now not a better thing. So then we'll take them for granted. So that when they call in a parliament, then just they take and say now business as usual. So that could be a reason. Or maybe they think say they're very powerful than those parliamentarians then. We don't see example from the Minister of Information. He's saying the big boy at the home. Thinking that he's the most powerful man. So therefore, forgive account to Parliament. These are some of the reasons then we will assume, we will explain, we will put forward for why they know the answer to the call within the call in a Parliament, for we explain how they run the various ministries then. We see also the example, as you know, highlight in the case of the Minister of Lands, Dr. Sandi, and the management team went and called them for Gogi account, because we know say recently in the country, a lot of complaints only come up from the way how they distribute land in the country. So all Parliament, they want to know why they get so much complaint from the citizens then about the manner in which they distribute land in the country. Call them, go there first time until Parliament therefore go through the AG before he able to report in a Parliament. And one thing where they therefore remember is that Parliament get right for call them at any time, whether for alleged cases or not to alleged cases, for go explain how they run the various ministries. Not necessarily means say not trouble, but you get for go explain for transparency and accountability. It not necessarily means a person suspects say something they go on, but they want to know. That is how they bring in accountability and transparency. For example, Dr. Sandi, when I'm the Minister of Lands, when he go explain, then ask a lot of questions. But the manner in which he respond to those questions, I think they were very happy. Almost all members of political parties were very satisfied with the answers they will give. So I see no reason why they call you for go give, because at the end of the day, AAA, like I put on, Parliament and they represent we. Yeah? So we get right for know what they happen, how they run those various ministries. Yeah? And essentially, AAA, the oversight functions when are mainly a channel when they use for promote the accountability and transparency, a very important function. And we don't see some lapses then, AAA. You agree with me, and you don't make it quite clear now. Yeah, we don't see a lot of lapses in Parliament. For example, the transport, the passport issue, where the gentleman being run Parliament, when they go ask some questions then, where able to give no answer to any of the questions then. But when come on a Parliament, they will not know what happen. So why not go label Parliament as the most corrupt institution in the country? Yeah? And also, recently, you put a case now, yeah, where one other person where a child with responsibility will go do extensive oversight functions at the Ministry of Energy and Power, where it found out say there are a lot of problems then. They go table that in a Parliament, where they don't make no debate on those issues. And I express concern about that, AAA. Yeah, a ministry as important as the Ministry of Energy and Power, we all cry for, go perform an oversight functions there. And then find out say there are loopholes, there are problems there, disconnect. They're not able to debate on those issues. So now some of the concerns then this will get about the Parliament. We don't get a number of instances. So the only thing where we ask Parliament, let them be assertive. There are a lot of things them waiting for investigate. Then only limit them only to some of their ministries here. Yeah? For example, we say ministers them, top officials them of the government on issues such as the SUVs them. Then they say a new one, then they say not a new one. Those are the cases that when for bring a Parliament who can investigate those issues them. Yeah? The Ministry of Transport, for example, they forgive account of those issues then. You get things like NACOVAC, yeah, in terms of their money then they spend on COVID-19. Those are the issues that we therefore begin bringing people here into account. It's rather unfortunate that Honorable Tawa, where it don't begin play an important role in that committee, it don't resign. But those are the things they would expect Parliament for the begin bring and talk about the Parliament on a daily basis in terms of oversight functions. And try for end this, in order for law we try for minimize the level of corruption in our country today, there are certain institutions then, there are certain bodies then, we get for strengthen. Because one of the biggest weaknesses in our country, in most other African countries, we lack strong institutions. We lack strong institutions from the ministry, from the court system now, the judiciary. You know, you talk about the Anti-Corruption Commission. We talk about the Parliament itself. Because when you think about it, if we strengthen ACC, we talk about Parliament, where they perform the oversight functions. We talk about the AG, Auditor General. We talk about the civil society organizations, then the media houses, then their organizations here, their institutions here, then they play an important role in terms of checking the performance for make sure institutions as well as individuals are accountable and transparent. Until we get strong institutions in other countries, especially Parliament, it will be very difficult to see the success of a nation. So I will stop here. I'll give a chance to other panelists then. Thank you very much, Trefolde. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Make we count us friend, make we waiting and get for we today. Welcome on board, us friend. Waiting you get for we, sir.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Tripule, and thanks to President Speaker, Analyst, Mr. Usman Toli. Me on take on this disconnect why the Parliament and the parliamentarianism, because these are two things we talk about. The Parliament itself and the structure, and then the parliamentarian and who that then belong there. And I think last year I've just briefly explained because now they make up the government, but the Parliament of itself, we can say it make up different parties then than a one factor that one day. The party then, the way they make them inside Parliament due to the type of constitution where they change how many parties they will go get, whether they will go give chance for TINAP, REF, this for see all those Parliament, which is quite good in seeing it, but you find out say at some point it affects the Parliament decision and Parliament function and waiting. Then the parliamentarian them back they get for do inside Parliament. Not to say they do anything wrong extreme if you want for just be candid, but the idea is that first of all, then one main factor wherein you get the government where they say, okay, they not get beaucoup chairs, not them able to get the percentage of number of people that will vote, but it can not equate with the number of parliamentarians in the constituency. So for some reason, it lapsed from the word goal of 1, 2, 3 deficit. Then one issue, I will come to that side. Then the other issue is looking at, again, just like when they say, you, the teacher, if you tell somebody, say, quoteless, like how they get in school and they beat we for like quoteless, you then make sure, say, the teacher, and in the first quoteless, so they not go beat you, or they say, don't do this. If they get somebody, when a pace setter, so the person that was one a role model or a pace setter, not put a role model. Any that depends in any scenario. If a pace setter, a person will try for lead you, for like follow, for like go. If a person will for copy, not take as a role model. But here now then they set that example, then behavior in the Parliament. That way they write up where they say, okay, when they make a decision. So there might be something again where the respect not they come as a result. That was one factor where they cut off that relationship. If they say they summon them or they call them for can answer or they say una can showcase what una want for do, or una can explain what people and say about una. In the final house, respect not the day, but this might be factors wherein there might be. We are not saying it's happening. All right, if they talk about say, well, people and they complain, say you the land minister do this, something wrong there. If you not come, because either you look at the person who they call you, say, well, what did they call me for? After all, he know this or not this in they do. Why if you can't press me? You might think say that's going on. So there must be reasons behind all the suggestions that would they give. And then you come to when mortal man again in behavior back, those that they involve in certain areas them, the way they get them elect them as to say the minister, way they make up in team for set who don't have the defense, who don't have the midfield, who don't have the goal, who don't have the attack. But here now more of attacking. But it can't be say the game where they play and attacking. Those people can always counter attack with people when they run. So you defense before you remember defense don't can attack, you don't get attacked. So it bring a commotion. It bring a commotion because usually at that point then now you don't get possible go observe. So then why they get offside, then why they don't get offside. Because you have more of attacking. You know they play the game, they play enjoy, then they pass the ball, then they dribble. So therein it comes to the point again where they say, well, they bring ideas them with me on team, but the other team where they don't say they don't boku, they might not agree to this. But they'll find a way for use of force. They'll be able for do. They'll find man the way active. So that when they go under and they go talk, they go talk. So you might say these are all factors because some of them they are going, then they overzealous. If they go do thing on you now, then they get for can answer because the mice they don't complain. Because if you're a minister of lands, the other day you go one side near the hill, then they show the devastation, the scientists, them, the guy who are the geologists, and they show them, look at this, this is a factor of this, a factor of this. He said, no, let them just build land there or sell land, but it was to do about the land. So you see, say, in the go there with your own idea, for go put them, with your own character and style, for like go put force there. Then the people that we did and they tell us, say, no, this is a scientific idea. So these are all factors where you go see, say, if you begin to bring them, people their own behavior, individuals, and then they come to the act of the human act, in the mortal man, what in they do? They get the act of man, but if you convert that act they are now to parliament, you get what they call act of parliament, when are the law parliament puts. Then you get a parliamentary act. Then the parliamentary act, it comes to the parliamentarism. You want one of the members there, one of the mortal man. The building of itself, it gets a set law. It did it, na place where they go meet up, when they go decide, then get law, then where they guide you, where they go there, then get law them back, where now they go there, when they make for people and back. So you get you the person where they go there, if they go behave, you come out, now you want don't go behave, now you name them they call. Then they call this mine and I go there to the land's mine. So I don't want the people and they always the mistake for say, well now, if I they go behave any behavior as me as mortal man, me, I get big voice, I want to hear me. If I want to use my big voice, I go know the language you are going to use. You know that was your own character and based on waiting the act of parliament, that waiting that law day, waiting and guide you, and simple and so they law for land on a this and day, you go act on them, but how you go deliver them? Then you come back to that area where I've been talking about, say, then why are the team? Now, team, what they want for use, for let it go be a stronger team for attack more. But sometimes they over attack. Then they go say, well, you don't go fair for we red card. You see, don't then vex for you because now you caused that one day. So all those kind of things. So if they come to either again, then they see say, then one day we're at the bigger side. Then they do something. Wait, then they see say this. There is something where the people are not getting integrity when they do. Credibility not there. Then they do something between themselves to themselves. So if you can't tell me, say, can't answer this, I will not go. You see, I will not go. So instead, the parliamentarian they back then can't they boku and say they were they. So if I go not to before me members, they know they go tinapo, I they go tina before the opposition and back. So it comes to that area back of the numbers inside. But that numbers inside not don't affect if people get that behavior pattern who for match with the law with the inside the parliament. Because when we all behave, when they behave for waiting the law, the parliament call for, you know, go see the man in color in party, you know, go see that man they do, you know, go get any prejudice, you know, go get any stereotype on somebody is make, the way they look and the way they feel them. I look this man, I say go do well tomorrow. If this man can go meet up on, so I feel say go do me. So all those kind of things are things where actually I believe say now because all this respect and authority and even people in delegation of their duty. The parliament, if I go just explain that in the layman's form, I don't want to go in detail, call this, but another way they may just want to say and say these are factors. The numbers that would be not equate first in the first of all, where it has never been in parliamentary. So it can be a difficulty. Then I go make up the number. I don't know if that's it, get problem for say, okay, well, we'll get started and say, oh, for wait, oh, not for push this. Then one and back what they did, then go say, well, Lord, try to go. If you don't push, Lord, try push and because I was be there. Now so they go do. So they wrong go before. It's a matter of people knowing that parliament purpose is they are going there to decide. But if there are ways for them to amend them, now them finally, like I talk now, them with the head the under, now then get for sure. See, now this we expect you now for do. Now this for they do. You now the head boy, you get for the call the others them. Now not then at the team. Now parliament. You see, in the end of the day, when all look see una they laugh at times. So man can say, oh, that man me party. Well, if you're a party, but when it comes to enmity, it becomes so violent that sometimes not so violent in physical, but in terms of the tension. See, so it can spill out. And when it spill out, it comes to the community. And you get people that still with the effect for struggle for understand what in a government in that country they. All some of them know what is government. Then they think the government is people that will come, where election come, we enjoy that. Like when they say no more Christmas, don't come. No, enjoy this time. It is not a season. The season is for let people and will don't recollect. Then they will come. So because of the nose, they get few of those people in the society. Now they go back. Then get one the way then difficult for them with. Then go campaign them, find one promise them. Then get one they with the in between. We are vulnerable. Then they tell all kind of shots, and then they get different group of people them where they go attack all them for is there. The last one where they can use now the areas where they know say this na area when a difficult area. Will they go put pressure there as a toggery like so we not go allow them to come vote. And you see them. You see about the elections, everywhere they go to win box. So they get different stages of different individuals. So these are all the areas they get for try filter. But it will only become successful if people then become righteous, genuinely, they know say when they go to parliament, not to forgo try gain popularity only, or forgo make me own, now forgo serve the people. So the competition you not go so strained. If I don't get, I go just withdraw back. Well, next time I can't try. You see, but when you see people in the effect to the end of it, there must be something I have to start to question why all this. Now they bring this political violence in any country. So I'll just go left and so today, and then I will only hope say we did it at the big one. Let them try to set a piece. And then when at the numbers, then when they make up the numbers, let them try to make sure the numbers are there where they're not equate, but let we find something what we're able to do. Not just member. Because tomorrow they're all going away. They're all going. They will become recycled. They are recycling from one place to another, from one party to another. They're all brothers and sisters. They just get to understand and be frank. Rather than get for try the best way, let people then try apologize. And people then they wait for the apology in that country. The politicians then they wait for it. But they're not able to get to the people then because of the situation where people then they are vulnerable. Then be able to convince them with one day something, then they forget saying a plan where they need for me plan for me for years. You see, around people are still vulnerable who don't understand politics. The one that we understand politics, then all some of us then can't then they change. And when they change, then they become something for their own individual way. You see, around for putting at the table. Thank you very much for giving me the platform, and let God continue for me by my salon and help we all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Usman. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir.
Make we come with Dr. Aissatou. Make we waiting you get for we today. Welcome on board, Dr. Aissatou Kakejalo. You get the platform, ma.
Hi, good evening, everyone, and good morning to many others. I hope everybody did well. Happy New Week, happy Mondays. In the same boat as you, Tripoli, no rest. Okay, so it's been a busy weekend, but we hope for the best as the week they run down. And we hope, say, now the same way we parliamentarians and the minister and the work for the country in the sense that we're not taking no breaks, right? No breaks, ensuring that the work is done for the Sierra Leonean people. That's what they hope for. But it seems like we don't begin to see a little bit of positiveness on the MPs side, even though now they're not the corrupt people them, not the country, along with the ministers them. But you know what? At least they don't begin to step up. So we recognize that, right? So the one that we still see, then call them or let them kind of explain how things and they run at a department or within their ministry. Where they say, like you said, they were appointed rather than elected. So if you not get nothing for hide, if person not get nothing for hide, you're not even scratching. Even if they wake you up from sleep, you're ready for answer the questions that when they ask you. But because you get something for hide, or maybe you don't do something, they try to go cover up. That means they bring your report on time. Your report, if they bring it on time, will really shows that you're not possibly way they ahead of your game. But the one that way just for say the one for the each salon people their money, right? That country they in money. That makes them they go answer to the calls, right? And now people that they call you, they say, then they're above you. So basically what I want to relate this with is like, household, you get multiple, housemates. One day we still say that you're not the boss. If you say you're not the boss of everybody, but the day we're in big boss, now we get in house cam, all the work for, then in shoulders, then they begin to, like, I don't know how to put that in Creole, but like, all in shoulders and then they broke. If you don't lift them so high, they go down, right? So I think like it happen right now with the ministers, then they still say they're not like a boss, just like, we information minister say, I'm trying to be the big boss in the room. No, you're not the big boss. Rather, you are this little boy in the room. You need to be answering questions when you are asked to. If you're not prepared, don't show up. You should always be, prepared, matter of fact. You are the minister of information, for crying out loud. But yeah, we'll let it get that from them. Well, Lord, just praise me, and then we hope actually see things is about to change. We don't begin to get patriotic people that are at Parliament Day. We will begin to make the one that we're not being patriotic. Let them begin to scratch their head and ask themselves, what have I been doing all this while? Oh my God, I think I've been letting my people down. Oh yes, you have. You have been letting your people down because you haven't done anything to show for your work. Rather, all you take money where you know to work for. Money where you know to work for. Plus, you be proud to say, this money where I eat so. I work hard for it. Now, me sweat this morning. But the one that when they eat money, when to them sweat. They try to put salon down. Trust me, they're going down the drain. It started 2020. That's when it started. But we're going to see how that ends before December. Many of them are going to start paying for all that they have done to that country because we don't deserve this. Some of the things that I really don't want to be talking about, but I have to talk about, that it is shameful that we still don't have water in that country, Tripoli. The light, let's put it this way. For me, I could really live and say, okay, if I don't have light, I can manage. Because you know what? You could buy a generator and get a light. But if you don't have water, how are you supposed to live your life? How many times do we use water a day? Whether it's for drinking, cooking, taking a shower, doing other household chores. So people need to understand that they need to do something good for that nation. And if they are not fit to be, members of parliament or ministers, whether you've been elected or appointed, please, you need to resign. Resign peacefully and take the shame of work. That work of shame, take it and just do it. I think we're not going to blame you. But the Honorable Tower, let's continue to do well. Let's be an example for the other one that, everybody, worry because he resigned from a specific department or committee. But as long as he gets the heart of Sierra Leone and he continue for serving constituents, many people would be, will look at him as a role model. If we recall, Lion win the All Walks of Life Award, if we all been watched on last year. Right? So that tells you there was good thing coming from him. And we hold him very high. Sometimes when you really recognize people for their good work, you motivate them more to do better. And I know he will. And I know many people know that he will. And I would pray to let other people follow the step we're in don't take right now. For those save Salone, because we have to save Salone. And that brings me to, NACOVAC, recognizing women, and girls, really, we tell them thank you for that. And we hope, not to women that no more need for being, into the kitchen, doing other household chores. We have many women that wants to be politicians in Sierra Leone. Please let them give them chances, because maybe they can turn the table around in the parliament, or try for maybe eventually, we don't know when, I doubt when that's going to happen, maybe a president in that country, we're praying for somebody who's brave, who have the country at heart to run 2023. And we need a new president. That's the truth. We need a new president. Me, I don't get beaucoup for talk today. All I get for talk. Shame on the one that we feel say that they steal money in a salon. Shame on the one that we feel say we don't get so much corruptive practices them. And when they call them for one of parliament for go answer to them, doing or the daily activities that when they do, they're not able to go answer. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should not call themselves as Sierra Leoneans. I am just disappointed just hearing that. But thank you very much. I wish everybody happy week, and I hope they will do better for Sierra Leone. Hashtag Salone for better. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and where you call from, please.
Hey, I need to talk to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is I call from US.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, I think it's our guy, and look like somebody who is very interesting, and I think a good guy. So far, we don't see in positions the way they take, they keep up to doing what they do. I hope it gets some people that we will follow on, and maybe we will get hope for that country, But I want to observe recently what happened. A long time ago, I've been pointing out the flaws, or some of the flaws that's been going on with this particular government, Some people may come out against me, say, me like for criticize. But now it seems as if now all man jump and the band who are gone now, don't realize and see what they talk. All man jump and the band who are gone now, they criticize. But many don't say. We can point them, flaws them, and say, this is wrong, that is wrong. It's not that I hate the government, but people may think it's me and now left for criticize. Not left for criticize, we need to see to the future and we look at things critically, just like we don't critical man is totally, and look at things outside the box and not confine yourself to the box and look ahead. Don't see how things may trend, how things may go. But people will think say I left for criticize. All man don't see and by all man they call for now for change. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and where you call from, please.
Do you know me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I call from Maryland.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much for giving me a platform. First of all, I want to tell you plenty thank you for where you spend your time. Because remember, Saturday, Me, I almost fall asleep. I wake up, I still hear you know the program. So may God continue for strengthening you. You see, parliamentarian they just get for accept that report because this report now don't trigger the whole thing. No matter what, even they say the perception report, but they get for accept and try for work on things then at the parliament. We see the minister there and they get the mind for go cack na the aid at the parliament. This information minister, when I had Oswari, this guy from the day one, he forget say before they be minister, now parliamentarian and then approval before he become a minister. So you don't take and say now he get power past the parliamentarians there. But the parliamentarians them back, them problem they don't even know their job. Because all the oversight they when they do, you know they go well the way I supposed to be. Because if you get for go perform oversight to somebody, like the last time we the interview Honorable Givao, what they did at AY even Sunday last week, and not last week or the other week. Say some oversight they don't get called. Now the people when they go ask questions, then I then get postpone them back. So how you go expect they will perform their duty? You know, Honorable Tawa will continue for pray for her, let God give and long life, but they go give and strength. Honorable Tawa one day, inshallah, he get for be a president of that country day. If you will get Honorable Tawa, now then 5 normal, that parliament day, parliament go straight. Because then the only parliamentarian from the history of parliament, I see he resign now in position because it affects for the interest of the country. Then 3 ministers there. This minister, we now information minister, lands minister, and the other minister will be go destroy the ballot box. Then 3 guys there. I don't know whose loyalty will President Bill get to them people there. Them people there, they're ready for destroy in own administration, but you don't know. You don't know say they undermine her. He give them job, now they don't take the job, they give them, they above the law. Then they talk to people anyhow. You know, parliament, they will hold them to consent, or they even impeach them, make them pull in our office, they get that power day. But it depends what they get for do. If they avoid that brown envelope, then we're able to do the job effectively. Thank you very much, Ifule. May God bless Mama Salon.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Thank you, sir.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, caller, are they live on here? Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, this is not Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
You get 3 minutes, Mike.
Yeah, well, you see, we not understand who said this problem had a rise from when they come into power, then kick out about 7 parliamentarians they out of the parliament. You know? And ever since then, that parliament did not correct. You know, and the same minister then we one part and go broke ballot box. Nothing come out of it. You know, when somebody they completely violate the constitution when a minister, not to people and vote for her. You go broke ballot box, nothing come out of it. How they go feel say they feel say they're invincible and they do whatever they want and they destroy the constitution, they thief the money, nothing gonna come out of it. And if you look at all the ministers, what they make all the big so they know themselves. Now they all SLPP people there. If them people in a parliament create any problem for them, then go send anti-party activities. They go kick them out of parliament. So, you know, they know themselves, you know. Any small thing, they go send anti-party activities. And the same thing they be say back where Sawa begin with them, you know, they send anti-party activities. They, you know, and the same thing everywhere, just corrupt people and then corrupt and they lie and they thief. Until we figure that one day out, we know they understand why they do all that here. They all achieve money. They know they do nothing better than that country. And the same thing with this bank governor or whatever in name. You know, you don't go auction with dollar there. Today the economy no better it. But then, you know, then people are man, tired with them business, man. I know doc Dr. Isaac, please, no raise the pressure, man. Them people are not the same people. They all have native money. They not come for better this country. Now for can't thief no more and go. No, I mean contribution no more.
Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please.
Yeah, Patrick.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Well, thank you for the good work with the triples, you know, because you see we say 6 a.m., you know, it's not easy and it takes sacrifice and God bless you for that. You know, what you want to say, you know, you see, now discipline this administration they not get. As you likely say, something they go on, we see them people are not the respect them people that we MP there. It just start like big man. You be big man. I'll give you example. Big man, you see small picking. Big man when they say 40, 45. You see 17-year-old picking, or let's say 18, 19, 20. Let's say 20 years old picking. The you big man begin to go to play with that picking. They want sleep with her. Okay, eventually picking me to call you uncle or brother or mister. One thing they had happened there when I finally lead on. That picking not ever get respect for you now the world. That Mr. Uncle for say they take off there. They go to talk to, but they see some of them minister there when I be big man there. We see how some of them small picking there where they will be born. They talk to them anyhow because they don't see the nakedness. So if Parliament not they see one side with that one there, they not go they get that bold man. We all know the power where Parliament get. Now the whole world, it be Africa, example, it be America, it be anywhere in the world. We know the power where Parliament get. Parliament will petition against you, the minister, let the president fire you. So no one this man. According to certain behavior, the way they put, where they against the constitution, say, hey, this man don't disrespect the Parliament, don't refuse. That don't even make you for let them fire you. The president don't get choice right there. The president don't get even no choice. They able petition the president. This man don't disrespect me. We don't call it, don't refuse. Then I like those English word I go use. Overlap of function. If I'm right. That means value the people there of this country. So they might do anything for them. So we know. So if the Parliament really will let for clear the name as this corruption hang over the head like BB bucket so. They left for fighters, Tawa, Tango, let all the other land former. Let the joint Tawa in team. Start for put the minister in check and balance. Now that all government did for check and balance. But Salo will not get check. Will not even get balance. I know we'll talk check and balance. So if the minister, if the parliament, the MP, they left for the put the minister, they say, Paddy man, listen, you not employ the employ you. You know the kind of we will give the people of this country get the right for know how you spend the money or how you work. If you're not fit to pull it there. Let the people that the MP they come together. They get good one there among. Sunday they're not even afraid, they're afraid, or maybe they're not gonna get a symbol. Let do one thing, let the people they praise you for. Let you go now the book of history. Let them come out and start for the whole minister. They're not to the one way no more. We don't see even so many things. A deputy minister of Fuda. Entire for all thing and they boku inside it. Where they can't TV, the way they talk to the journalists, they like say then are picking to them. We they see all the rudeness because of rudeness. Where they put on, like say, oh, power not the door. But hey, I always they say the whole way they dig. If they not be careful now that they follow inside. That's what we get for tonight.
Thank you very much, Patty. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and who the call from, please?
Yeah, good evening, Triple.
Yes, Amara Alpha. Get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the program. You're 4 minutes to 12. That's where I do. Let's start with what Nakova talk about Umaden and PK them in this country. Indeed, we for give them respect, we for including as far governance systems concerned in this country, and we must respect them at all costs. Let's start with Honorable Sandy, where everybody they say this and that. I'd only see you, I'd only see so many people like. Well, not doing okay. In the first place, not only this time it will be dance minister, even the previous government, he also take up that position. Now, Sandy don't carry chief. Most of government lands in this country where people have they grab na free time. They think say everything just belong to them. And think say Sierra Leone only belong to them. No other person will come. They don't grab that one day. And they will pay the upline, then people and we go maybe they owe them for years back. It pay that money then. That time they all know they see the work. Like to Honorable Radu Swari. Now today everybody they say Honorable Swari in a big man, big boy in the house. We accept the fact. Maybe when you ask Honorable Swalin himself, the way we go defend it in waiting way una defend it will be two different things. Now we left in this country, Radu Swale with a hard working. It don't change 55 years, 1992, 55 years Public Order Act. It don't change that day completely. You know, now we don't left in this country, Honorable Radu Swale, it all reforms IMC completely. You know the Oko, we don't see Radu Swale, it all reforms NATCOM. We know they say, you know the Oko. Come on, but let's talk the fact. Where somebody do something good. Where possible do good, praise and where do bad. I mean, talk on. But when they say in a big boy in the house, I think say it just the thing. Look at the age. That honestly, when you ask Radu Swale, end up for tell you that they look at the age. But no minister not in this country where they don't know the responsibility of parliamentarians and the responsibility of ministerial posts. No minister know they. Because if you are not up to task, President Beyonce said not go appoint you as a minister. No, that ain't not going to ever be. Now, only now we don't begin to see most of the things that they come up. But you ever see down there in the previous government, where you see APC MP the challenge the APC minister. One day somebody challenged Afakan, somebody challenged Abraham Agbo, somebody challenged Mohamed Bangura. No, that's not happy. Now only this government did this because it can't reach a transparency. Not because of that, but also the fact. We know sometimes now Kalom, when they come to Kalom. Austerity. Now this country left money done at this country. They declare this country as austerity state. We not see that one day all.
And for me, can quick on 3 minutes you get.
Now, if we think say probably between Parliament and the ministers, that could be your responsibility. Let we investigate and know what are the things. At the end of the day, we'll go conclude. But now we'll conclude at the moment. If we conclude now at the moment, I think say. We're not going to do it well. Now, the advice what would they give? We were within the country. Now, make some of friends how they contribute. Would they appeal to all the political parties in this country for let them get unity among themselves, and let them work with the government of the day. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to let somebody cry foul, say they foul. Because 2020, they know they far. You go can't support your political party. Yeah? But honestly, this government, it changed the country. Let's see the fact. Even if you don't like her, you don't like the ministers there. Yeah, but they are really trying. When somebody do bad, tell her and I face. But when you also go things small, also praise her. Me don't see all the things that one of the things the way you don't suspend and say we not get for talk about, we they talk about that, we they wait for that one day again. We also get for declare that side. Yeah, now we did at the country, we know what they go on at the country. Thank you so much for the program.
Thank you very much, Amar Alpha. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I be really want to ask Amar Alpha 1 or 2 questions, but it look like say because he can call from Salone, he can just stay on in foot can then at the gas pedal. Because the other time, if they tell when I say we feel say Honorable Tawana one clean politician, but make we wait. But now again, they tell we say not only on this present administration, we get somebody on a parliament where they team up against him. So they praise him, they say we don't know that I be. But I believe say either you hear me now, and I know say when he go call tomorrow, he go one come for can clarify that side. Yes, call ID live on here. You name and no side call from please.
I call from Manchester. My name is Alpha Jallo. First of all, I'll say thank you so much for making this radio area which is the God of the country.
Yes, I get 3 minutes, sir.
All right. For me, I just think say that guy they disappoint me. It's like if we get somebody like this guy where they try for put things straight, don't criticize her for stay the job done. For any minister where they call, you need for answer na parliament. Because today we see what happened in England. The Prime Minister put law there, where he go against what we don't talk about Junior Miliobar and go against them. So then guy need to go answer. Whatever parliament get for tell them, they tell them. If they fail for our answer, then they impeach them and a position. From there, we don't know what they fail for answer for. But for letting somebody just come for begin pick something out of things that will be hidden, probably the attacker, and just think say we as a Sierra Leone, we need to stop that. Let me allow the guy do his job. If he back there in mess, they will find out about him. But any minister when they call, let the president take action against that minister. Because this all not good for the country. Every day we go back and forth the same issue. This guy, he do good job. Let them allow them. If he back do dirty job, we go find out. But any minister they invite, they can't fail for come. Then they impeach us straight away. That means they need to do his job. Because they for serve people and that no man get for contributing.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
Name Tipole.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I do Tipole. Thank you very much for giving me the platform.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you. First of all, we don't ask them parliamentarian first. Waiting actually then in a parliament for. That's the first question, and they would ask them. Are they for us, the people, or for themselves? That's the first question, and they may want to ask them. If not for themselves, then they or not for the people. If you see the minister on the street, then they display power above the law. Any self said and go. Now the minister they said, because I had the first corruption only begin. What they do on the streets? We wouldn't also say the minister now safely want to for look now play and set an example. But over there, the minister and they above the law. Then they alone that a sign of corruption. They don't ever they walk at the street, then they see how people in the struggle, when they sit down and they take the money there or everything that the country embedded in, they wrap up everything to themselves. They don't ever walk out on the street, see how ordinary people they survive day to day. They don't ever think about that. What me suggests, there were every quarterly, the Foucault report, they send a report to the other citizens of Sierra Leone. What thing they do and what thing they plan for do. What thing they don't do. Because the people they didn't do nothing. It's all about eating everything. Kojuba, they don't say eat anything and meat. It's like the lotus there. They put them boss per cornfield, which they reach and they don't do nothing. Now people the way I don't talk up plenty of time. Then here we need for people left accountable. Then the other thing, the last one I want to talk now. Law asked them. Waiting. Hello? They get me? Okay. Yeah, like I say, every 3 months or 4 months, they come. They can talk. They get a radio. So when this would not plan for do. Now this would the plan for do. Of all the things that would go also, even right now, who that part of the world can give speech before this Sawa in business can do? Nobody. All the things that would go on, who can stand up for the people and say, hey, the people in the suffer. Nobody. So what you mean to talk is, them people here, them parliamentarians here, we hold them, we put them down, we ask them what you don't do with money, what you don't do with the poor people of money. When they don't gain a full account, let them forget about this ACC. They call them. What you don't do? You don't do that 10, 15 years. What have you done? Bam, we're going to lock them up. Let them set an example. Don't leave this talk here. Let them begin set an example for people here. Look at that popo guy. Then just commercial, you can pull. You don't begin pull secret that door. Now everybody na tawa. Who said the other one them day where only here the apple, nobody need to talk anything. I don't know for talk. Thank you very much, Tripoli. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, caller, I did live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
Okay, Tripoli, thank you very much for taking my call. My name is Abubakar Sise, and they call from Manassas, Virginia.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, this topic is a very, very important topic. And I think the reason why the ministers and they respect the parliamentarians, not because of the corruption where they are too corrupt. Because if after the president don't nominate somebody for any cabinet position, that person did not plan a parliament, he can't distribute money against them, to them. If he just can meet a very clean parliament for the confirmation process, the cabinet minister and go through some tough questioning. I am sure when they get that formal appointment, the confirmation from Parliament and going at the ministerial positions. Anytime Parliament call them for can't answer questions on their respective ministries, they will come. Because they not say they not owe no obligation. I mean, they not don't distribute any money to the Parliament. They would be say we they call them and go ignore them, call them. And I so admire the stance way Honorable Tawa Conte take. And I wish we get more members of Parliament and cabinet members them from both political parties. We will sometimes stand against them political parties on matters of principle. If this is not the kind of politician they will be getting a salon from the Shaka Stevens days, when we get people with PhDs them, when they meeting up against the government on matters of principle, maybe it's good enough for good on the way I good also today. But everybody try for preserve your position for whatever piece of the cake we get, even when it be say now at the expense of the country. I mean the country don't do that like I did down today. We get a lot of highly educated ministers in those days, but then compromise them principles for the sake of their bread. I mean the country like I did don't so today. It's so pathetic. I wish we get many more young people like Honorable Tawa Conte on both sides of the political spectrum. Sometimes this country get hope. There's some silver lining at the end of the tunnel with this kind of politicians. If only we get a lot of them, we go talk say, rather than if I'm able to beat the system, I will join the system. And I make the country don't play like I pursue today. Thank you very much, Mr. Tripoli. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who the call from, please.
Yeah, it's Tripoli. Thank you very much for taking the call. Mina Omar Kaba.
You got 3 minutes, sir.
LA. Yes, thank you very much, my brother. To me, the disrespect will go on. I don't say this over and over. APC get a blame on this. APC get a blame on this indirectly. Why I say that? Because the laws and the bad habit that with this government and this cabinet they go on right now, you know what they say? That's what they do, or na law. Because let's take an example. They like today, now APC before they in charge of parliament. Now they before they leader of, now they before the majority in the parliament. But because of the bad law that we and by Kroma been bring the past election that will be happen, I think that been Pujehuba or Kailau. We one honorable minister with them in petition. We lost because they don't want for let that minister they can go let them go back into by-election, because if they been do that, SLPP been for win because of the strong. So what thing they say the minister the candidate we can second now in for going to parliament. So now so then we end up get that APC member of parliament, they will go to parliament. So what the SLPP do? Now the same law now they can apply upon them. Now they can apply upon them because we absolutely believe say all the APC candidates that will be win the election during the general election, they win and genuinely. Now APC been for the head of now they mean for the majority today now parliament. But what the SLPP do? They say we're not going to buy election because the law say any parliamentarian with a kick out of parliament, they're not for going to buy election because APC know very well say they're going to buy into buy election. Now APC the stronghold, APC go win their seats and they're back with other people. So they say Uduao can second because Daniel Skroma now start this nonsense. So now the reason is because if the APC been there today as majority, most of them here where the 3 crazy ministers they do. They mean for stop them because they mean for the chair on the committee because the majority the parliament that then they chair the committee them. So now APC before the chair then committee, but because of the bad water where they became introduced, now SLPP use back. We just listening what happened today where then go talk about the state of emergency. The minister of president affairs or whatever. What he talk a day. He said even if the president want fire and vice president, he said look the minister of justice Maki Aksa. He said if the president want fire in vice president, they can do them because they don't do them before. So now all that here we they talk about say APC get indirect problem with what thing they happen today. So can we and then too as a party.
Because if they don't amend that constitution, they don't review them and amend them, a lot of the things and where they used today before don't come out. Especially that party affairs with them call in the talk board. Because they make a feel say, me not go against them parliamentarians, they say they need to do their job. Because the reason is they're afraid. A lot of them. Now God no more just give you one when are the son of the soil. This honorable tower, now pure son of the soil. The other hand, they're afraid because we see what happened with Mame Bangura. Where not been there and that vote. APC they threatening for pull and come out. Now that then they do with another one then. So the parliament, when in for be one of the three arms of government, now in don't talk to a laughing stock. Then minister and punk them parliamentarian. They don't punk them and they tell us, so we will not care. Even if you call me now, I need it calm. And then get them boss on the chief minister, what for tell us, so no, parliament bigger than Una. If they call you forgo. What's in that guy they do? It just they eat the people the money and then they do nothing. Right now they say they're London, if not true. That guy they do nothing. Why they forgo meet the attorney general? Go to the attorney general in job land. Now them boss now the chief minister. Now that then they pay for now they oversee them. Why enough for candor and tell them say we are not fit to parliament. Parliament big persona. So then people and they now vote for them. We now elect them, now select now. We now the president can fire you every day. Then they pass the last election. This nonsense is done too much, but I go blame APC. They get indirectly. They get something to do with this because if now they lay all the corrupt here. Because maybe not if this particular power.
You don't take some past the 3 minutes. I want to let you make you go. But this one will still a press on blame APC. Remember, it's a new direction. It's a change.
No.
A precedent is not a law. No, wait. I just want, even if, okay, let's say, they why I don't set a precedent, when a bad precedent. Yes. You say no go can do the same bad precedent, you say because they want the day be don't do them. So
in the
name of new direction, in the name of change, you're able to quote them one and day. Now then they be do. But because we not like them, we they do this. We not feel bad one day.
Correct. Let me give you a news. That new direction tina be camouflage. Now lie. Me and you know say they can't adhere to what they say and they do. Now lie. Even today the same APC where they holla so if they kind of power 2023, they're not going to change them bad lawyer. Now that then two party are they weak. Now that then they weak. Then they use we. Now lie them in the lie. What the new direction? Show me the new direction from where they can. What did they don't do when you? Nothing not the way they do new. Now camouflage. Now lie. No new direction not in Africa. Now the same people and they only behave the same way. So you are the vex now say they not they do things them. If you been bad try the way you be not say bad try if you for don't change them. Because we all know say they were analyzed in the lie. What did they don't do right now when you? Nothing. So we all for not say the lie them be the lie. This not a new direction. This not all wine. Now all wine. Now all direction this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Umar. Thank you, sir. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and who you call from, please.
Yeah, good evening, AAA. Good evening to all listeners. Me, Abdullah bin Maradiko from Paris.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, AAA, me just want to make a quick one on this one. You see, President don't left us. They not tell nobody who say they go now. They over how many months this. So the lawlessness, everybody they take the lawlessness. Everybody they take the law now right now. Not for this only. Sierra Leoneans, they don't take the parliament like market. Even we market self, they get law then they wait, they do. But inside the parliament, no law, no day. Everybody corrupt. So Uda, if you to say get for respect, Uda. You see the problem? Because if even don't know to parliament, you work now, ordinary, let me say the employee for ordinary society. When you know for say yes, you boss not to better person. If you call yourself sometimes the guy will call you, they say, let that man left me, bo. That's why you talk. Because you know for say yes, not to better person. This now the example for sure we say we parliament corrupt past all things at the country. This now corruption. Because of the end, they tell you for say can't give count about the institution who say they work. May we know how you they work. Now easy tax, you can't give your count, you can't put on a table. You put your paper on a table, let all man look at. But you refuse for go, you say if it will say no depana, you're not ready for do your job. Sierra Leoneans, let we wake up. Let we wake up. If we not wake up, this country not to go before. All man they part the you boku talk because all man they talking nonsense. All man they put blame for this. This is not blaming anybody. The possible way they know now if for change all these strategies. Because he promised the people then at the country say he don't come for change the country. So if he don't come for change, what is have not be the apple today now in the apple now? Triple A, me really, if I say I did talk on this, now it makes sometimes if I can just relax normally, listen to the program, I just keep me mouth shut. Because the way he talk for nothing. The people they know the hear it. They rule the people that for say the people that don't know nothing. Then we wake up. That's a million contribution really Triple A for this night.
Thank you very much, Abdullah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
Yes, good evening. This is Nancy, the call from US.
You get 3 minutes, Nancy.
Yeah, I just want to answer to my brother. I say, this is not a new direction. Well, this is not the new direction, my brother, me papa. The new direction is, then they beat people them. When you talk, then they beat you and put you in a tight place. That's not the new direction. The new direction is, then they walk around, they trample on people their rights. Then things say, then they're above the law. That's the new direction. Then they do anything where they feel like doing. If we all know what's in this problem, yeah. We all know saying corruption. Not to something we new again. We brothers they don't sing all kinds of sing. They don't sing say some man don't die. They are Maracaba, they sing. They all don't die. Then still they sing 30 days. The young one the way they come up still they sing for the same old thing. The same recycling, then they recycle themselves. Until now, we get one, don't begin acing aid. They put in foot, don't say enough is enough. Hopefully, we will get more of them. We will do that. Let them see, let we all rally behind them, let we support her, let them see how it feels like. It feels so good when you walk out with your head high, your integrity there intact. You stand up for your country. It feels so good for make you be patriotic enough for walk away. It feels so good. Let them know how it feels. But then when they walk out and blinded by this, they know say, wait and kind sign in space of 2 months, you don't go build mansion, you get accounts abroad where go they transfer the money, they all na so long type piece them. Amadu Berete and Grand Pikin there. They all, now that's what they do. Few of them, now they only, now then they try for stand up. The one the way be said and they hide under, way be say they want to do the right thing, but maybe then they push them, mass them. I hope say then go follow like how this brother don't do. The only thing where we they come now we they talk every day, we come with solution. What you wanna say now we for do. And I go always bring this last suggestion, say, Lord, we find we get the means, lawyers now, whatever position where you hold, una right. Lord, we sign. I'm sure there is a way. Una right now, it's very easy. This technology we don't kind not like first maybe you get for make the paper, print them out, go host to host, let people then sign for it will be approved. Right now it's very easy. All una need for do una find the right channel, una do what una supposed to do. Everybody go log in and sign. How many thousands of people that Sierra Leoneans they una need for sign the documents, let them sign and let them people there, then force them for do what then they do. You tip salon money, you go to like I don't know who say go to you go to wherever. We for able to get the opportunity for go bring and come back. If you go buy mansion, where we check, the money will pay you throughout the time where you work. In no match. We they sell that house, they'll forget right for sell them and give you whatever it is where you deserve and take the rest and count another country and can put them back. If you sit down at salon, you left there, you take your picking and go there abroad, that means the education at salon is rotting. Let them stop there, let them not even able for transport them picking and for go do that. Medical attention. not allowed. Let them take their medical attention at salon. If you're rotting, you see, say, no way, they not go take you. The Lord don't calm down by you. You go fix the problem as alone. You go make the hospital let them be well equipped. So when you sick, then carry go. You say go be proud. For they don't you young country in hospital with doctors that they're very good. They not just get the tools them. The kind where they diagnose certain disease, then they without no tools, no nothing. By just looking at you with their own common sense, check you out, then they diagnose you exactly, no matter how I go. That's diagnosed. Even if you don't count you say things, then they wait and get machine them. Now the exact diagnosis than they. You know how smart with doctors then smart. When I give them the tools and then go able to do their job and just a little training, then go able to do them. We go advocate the doctors the way they abroad. If you then get chance, when they go vacation, go volunteer, go to the hospital, go teach them what you know. And then we use that now, then we did it for translator, so we people them back home. If that way I will not get documents, we don't find a way. Believe me, if we put down the way possible want go be president or minister, they think for say, la no go back, it not like the way be say, na blind, the pockets na blind, anything where they put, it just they go, just they empty, they go, you know, they wait to save. Then go even think, then go pick the one the way they go for go sit down there. You really get for be a patriot and go there for go do the right thing for let you go stand for be minister or president. To ya me at the beg una law work on this. Una way the right, una right, so una right. Law we all sign, do ya? Mina this moment I get for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and who side you call from, please.
Yeah, my name is Shafika from Tennessee. Thank you for giving me the platform.
You get 3 minutes, man.
Yes, sir. Me, the only contribution I get today is I just want to talk to brother them way in a parliament because we expect new changes. What you make I can talk about the past government. I'm not an APC, I'm not a SLP, I'm independent voter. But what you make I know the measure if somebody married to a man, he divorced, he married a new wife. I not see the reason of talking about the old wife all the time, you know. Keep on, go do your good job. Do what you get for do to make yourself look good, to present yourself in a way that people will never forget to talk about your good job. Look this honorable tower where everybody they pray for him. You know, like when Nancy say, would they pray let God be with 3 or 4 or 5 of them will be able to stand for saying no. So if young people advice to them, there's old people in that parliament because some of people then they can't join them people and they let them not be disrespectful to those people. And do not think when President Bio choose you to be a minister that mistake you do. You not do a mistake. He trust you and hopefully say they can do a good job. Not already get a job and you know respect the job. They abuse the power and they abuse the power. Me one time where they make that speech where they knock that chair. I decided, hey, this place which they could do that in our parliament, that really happened. It gave me a little bit discouragement about them there. So there is a young people among this parliament. Let them be a role model to the other people and let them give example to the young people who they come. Because if me, I can measure sometimes say somebody who don't in politics for 40 years, 50 years, they can't read them out. But how would they take them out? We come with show responsibility and respect to the law. We're able to do that. But if young people then they can't join and back and forth is going on and this and that, it's very disrespectful for the country. Let them not think like say them put themselves there. There's people put the person will put them there and trust and hope he gets for themselves and they can't do good. And then I've been so glad where I've been the the new thing we get for car, the new changes we get for car. Man, at the class, me foot say, yes, changes is coming. But if it's some the things in the wrapped up, like what in the wrapped up, so between them, there's something wrong somewhere. Let respect come now the floor. Because not anything we do this night before they break, me, Safi don't know, other person don't know. So there is no bush anymore to hide about anything way they do. So me now the advice that they want there for them, and they give respect to the people who don't who don't get little bit experience, and you the new person where they come, maybe go get experience, tax you go get more plans, not the experience, but you go get more plans, aims and objectives where they bring better things. So let them agree, let them respect themselves and respect the house and respect the country and the people in the country and their president also. That's the only advice I get today. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Safi. Thank you, ma.
Yes, sir.
Yes, caller, I live on here. Your name and who side the call from, please?
Yeah, good evening, people. Hi, they do this. Now, Paolo man, they call from Boston.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, I just want to ask you a question. Do you know the rules and regulations that the Parliament in Sierra Leone they function on?
I think it's wide, so I can't pinpoint on the exact one, but you can go ahead and make your point.
Okay, my point what they try for me, because we all they talk now, most of we confused and any other thing. Like for me, so I'm also confused because I get small idea the way how the system they work. We always start working call once in a while. Like always they talk about this constitution. Because first of all, all them parliamentarians and they wait in there and the masses now vote them for go inside it. But they not get no commitment for the masses. The only reason where they talk now, just no more than they talk. Then get them commitment to them party. Because what they fail for realize right now, if you no support your party, according to the constitution, then they kick you out there. Right now, we all now they praise tower. They bet you. This year, always tower don't do so. We always, people that we lecture, they praise and. But I go tell you, say the next time we don't do for face the people and they no go get a symbol. Except he run as an independent. And if he run as an independent, he go win. But we go there in the parliament, he no get forget say, no saying, because the reason we make as a say, no get saying there, because not two parties then they. If in a APC rule, it will be a minority and any other thing. So it needless. If we serve now the parliament, because you don't get no voice anymore. Pass we go deep and then two parties, then they get forget voice. You understand? Because the first thing which you get for realize, this is a very, very disgrace. How minister, when I select you, or now pick you according to the executive, now they put you there as a power. And the people, the way they vote people away, now the people, and then the way they talk for the people, then as a Leone, the parliamentarians, they no get no saying that the minister in the feature and disrespect them. Because now the way how the system they run necessarily, you understand, the system is very, very terrible. The only way for it be if then they go for election. When they go for election, then for be primary, for getting the symbol, for being neutral, not to the party for getting the symbol. Now the people who that they want now they forget the symbol, let them go contest for the election. But the mere fact is, if you find out closely, the two main parties in Sierra SLPP and APC, and then constitution, if you read, I know what they do, they're all working at the symbol. So whatever may be case you do, you always therefore be loyal to the party. Because if you're not loyal to the party know they give you symbol. So if they make primary where they're nothing at the masses, now they vote them for let them get the primary, let them go face their opponent, you go see all this thing I get for change. But the main thing where they are under the constitution, the main part where the constitution no change, we go always be facing them problem there. Look, the Speaker of the House. The Speaker of the House, now the boss for the entire parliament. When I don't hear they speak anything, and they speak nothing. Because you know say now the party now input are there. Because you see the way I get the speakership. So if you talk any other thing there, what you get for that, they just get for kick and then get another speaker. So you see the executive get too much power past everything. Because now 3 branch of government, they're supposed to get the equal right. But the constitution will spell land. So whatever we talk now, waste time with the waste time no more. The constitution and don't damage everything. Last stop here so far.
Thank you very much, Paolo man. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The question will be put on the table today. Wetin do the minister them now for your reward we parliament they call them? On the note way Parliament end up with. When I start, I say if not corruption, because one, the perception report for 2019 say Parliament are the second most corrupt institution in Sierra Leone, followed by the ministers them. The ministers them are the third people them we corrupt in Sierra Leone. When I can there, they try for make we understand and make we voice be heard. I can always try for admonish say, please, we need people them where they in support of the current administration for speak up when things are wrong. For speak up when things are wrong. And when you speak up, it's rather unfortunate not to so it's supposed to be, but not so it be. When you speak up, your voice go be louder than somebody where they on the opposite side, or somebody will not even take any side. But as long as that person they speak up, then go say, this not the opposite side he already did. Because waiting though, you speak up against certain things them where this administration they try for favor. Make we turn the table around. Let us say now, not to Honorable Tawa bin timap tranga wan so na parliament. Let us say na bin cherry cocoa. Let us just make a, they turn the table around. Let us say na cherry cocoa na bin timap so. What's in them for be don't say? What's in them for say? If the minority leader, na be team up so, they never be saying a politics. Now then they never be tell we. Saying a politics, then they try for play. They just want to try for make, for bring, that's what they will say. But because na Honorable Tawa, na team map now for this, everybody is saying, oh, Honorable Tawa, Honorable Tawa. Because waiting do, because it they now the part of this administration. So for make in voice team up that way day, it's going to be the loudest in the room. Again, I tell you say not to swear for bill. But until we begin get more people, we know say this thing will happen so in all right. Then we begin speak them out. Even the people that support the administration say, yes, me and they support you, but this thing here in all right. That's the time the administration will know say, yes, in all right. Okay, let me just use Honorable Tawa still. Even though Honorable Tawa don't do what he don't do. I said it here the last time. People begin go right, say, oh, he don't go collect money, he don't this, he don't that, he don't this, just for waiting. Because it's him up. And these are people of this present administration, now then they do and so back. Now then they do and so. Begin right against them. Amara Alpha Naya call. Until we feel say, Honorable Tawana, that clean politician, make we wait. So waiting then sabi where we know sabi. Then they bring we can out to the anti-party activity. This is not the first time. We don't deal with that one thing at this program, not to one thing, not to two thing, not to three thing. Where the last time even the same Honorable Tawa beget an issue with the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs. Where they double for the SLPP, where they talk for SLPP. Where go say, on this one, and not come as minister, but come as somebody where they talk for the party. What he say? He says some of the things that we say this and that anti-party activity and waiting that they can lead to anti-party activity and lead to Usai Samsumana end up. The same anti-party activity. So that part there is there inside the law because they want for maintain and say we una can a parliament, una can represent we and una forget about the people. How many times they not interview the way that they defend say without the party in ticket you no go na parliament. So now the people they vote for you, but now the party in ticket you use. That's what they use it to always defend that particular. Then all two the main party there. Don't forget about the main party. Even C4C, they no one use them against the young man, Honorable Sir Emasi Lamina. They try for use them against and still the same word. Because what they do, it ain't our books. Because it ain't our books. But what are we saying? Today, everybody they shout, Honorable Tawa. Which is good. But who else could be the second Tawa? The third, the fourth, the fifth? If the opposition be doing, they not for be class, they say, now because they know want to make better Canada sal cab, because they know want to make the people them better, now they not for be turned into politics. Rather than see them in the aspect where everybody they see them now for Honorable Tawa. Eh? Even though the Transparency Committee begets other people them from the other party them, where they double fine and they say be talk, them be speak up that day. But maybe now because they get the right lead, where Honorable Tamana the chairman. Because they get the right lead, so they all be able for relax, for able for address the minister accordingly. Eh? Accordingly. Mama Kago say me forget for returning call. Did I? Okay, sorry. I don't try for see if I miss any call, but unfortunately, I don't see any call now. Unless if now the tower don't say the phone line don't close, we get to a last caller. Now that thing that you call later, but it's because during we don't waiting safe. But what I'm saying here, you really support the administration. When you see something wrong, speak them up. Because then they listen to you more. Pass, we will not even the north side. And the one the way they na the opposite side. That's just the truth. Because everything as alone don't be politicized. But again, you know go say it is far from the truth, say the minister yeah, then sabi how the underhand game they play na parliament. So now me then they say they say and say, but left them one then they just sit down there and I make the last thing and they call say they want for make them increase their money. And they give them free talk. Because waiting do. They don't sell their respect for Cocoa Ebe. They don't sell them for Cocoa Ebe. And people say, oh, we can just take out with the talk, with it. Hey, me I want to make you know, say, then they listen. I just want you that assurance they first. Say, they are listening. Usa wants now Usai then go begin take up for do waiting and they can't listen what they talk. But they are listening. The message they meet them. I want to confirm that with you. So okay, should I? Not for nothing. Then they listen. The message, if they not cancel the message, they go meet them. So what I'm saying here, who they support. Make we talk away all right. And they are cook and they are cook for Honorable Tawa right now. I don't know if na Tulana or if na Balana or any kind cook. Because they just give you hints there. Say they go for pull things then I do. That cook and they cook for Honorable Tawa. That cook, when they cook for her. That person will cook. I ain't going to end up pizza. So una we they cook una cook. But una we cook. Now una go end up pizza. Because clearly that be say we just don't want to change anything. We don't want to change anything. We want to make this so. So anybody who want to bring that change there. I make just know why they talk. I think it was Umar why they tell and say where they talk about bad precedent. Yeah, bad precedent, not to law, not to law. Na falamakata. Say because that one they do am for do. You able court say yes, that one day na so he do, but because we say na new, this is what we're going to do because we think do na the right and correct way this. Well, you can't tell me, say that's the new direction, then you do the same thing than they be done the same because that they set the precedent, that they begin the bad trick. So because that they begin the bad trick, even though you know saying a bad trick, but you self one do, then you they tell me say it's something new. Now you come for can do. So you they pick who say they do the new thing, then you they pick who say you they do the falamakata. Because the president of Falamakata. New na new. Don't tell me about new road, but you pass me na old road. Say no more na different direction. You be they use the incoming traffic. Now what you they use? Now na the outgoing traffic now you they use. But na the same road though. You say na different direction. Because that's what we're seeing. And I know what they see. May God help us. But we need stress. So remember, we need the stress. We dey talk them, how we see them, we left and day, we shake way to no stress. Yeah? We shake way to no stress. I see all the comments them. All the good comments, them, all the one them where they say na so we for do and all the good comments in our Facebook. That's good. But make you not stress yourself. Until the perception reports don't come on, Parliament they fight for clean their name right now. The minister them back, then go clean their name. Because the minister they're not vex safe. Parliament, then they frown, then they pull press release, then they condemn, say, then they challenge. The minister, they hear them talk, when they say they are the third most corrupt people in the country. You hear the minister they talk. Even then chief. You hear them chief talk for challenge, say, no, we are not put in that list, we know to the most third corrupt people in the country. Because if they say the ministers, then are the third people, including chief. Talking about the chief minister. Because they're in charge. You got to help me. We go there back tomorrow. We can't let it attract. We know say now by attraction. I think the option they not pull the third part of the audit reports because now every Monday they can pull her. Today on be they look for and they not pull it. Instead, they want make we know about the parliamentarian waiting then they do. But we still wait for that audit report. And for now, make all man put on in best behavior because the big boy in the room. The big boy in the room there. But I'm Alpha don't tell we say the big boy is something. The minister me say na him old past them. Hey, I'm a alpha. You don't see the parliamentarian there, not to the only young. Eh? May God help we country. Go there back to my till we meet again. Triple say, tata.